Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God Chapter 537 or Season 3 Episode 120. Really excited to get to read this and talk about this. It just came out a little bit ago. While I was waiting for it to come out, I just recorded like a 15-minute or so video on like the history of Tower of God and some new translation stuff that I just discovered recently. So I was originally going to just throw it in here as an intro, but I was like, I'm not going to give you another super long discussion intro. I'm just going to record the video separately. I'm probably going to post this reaction first, though now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. I might just post them both back to back in the morning because it's kind of late for me now. But yeah, I'm excited to get into reading this. Make sure to check out that video. I really enjoyed making it. I think it's really important for a lot of Tower of God fans to know, to be able to learn some of the stuff that I threw in there. I feel like it was just very chill, just me waiting for the new chapter to come out, talking about Tower of God stuff. But at the same time, it was super informative and I think really helpful for basically anyone that's, especially anybody that started reading post-anime, but even really helpful for anybody that started reading post like 2014. So yeah, is there anything else I wanted to say before I started reacting? I guess not. I guess let's just go ahead and read. Anything else I had to say will be in that other video, so yeah, definitely check that out if you want more Tower of God discussion, and again, really important and helpful Tower of God discussion. But yeah, let's go. This episode contains depictions of violence that may be upsetting for some readers. Just making sure you can see everything in the corner there. Looks fine. I can feel it. The energy of that beast flowing through me. Alright, I love his shirt design. It's only a little trickle, and yet it's so powerful. Alright. Turning the Tide 2. Okay, still sticking with that. Like I mentioned last week, the title that I was potentially spoiled on is not Turning the Tide. So I guess Turning the Tide isn't gonna maybe last that long, or maybe I was spoiled on something way into the future. But yeah, this is the shot I was spoiled on. I saw a screenshot in a thumbnail of this part where it's like the black bit with the title, and the title was something that I hadn't seen before. So it's not this. Viol. What's going on here? Who the hell is he? Alright. He looks like an irregular. What? What's an irregular doing wandering around by himself like that? But if you ignore the clothes, he looks almost exactly like the person described by the nest. Master, I'm so glad to see that you're okay. I'm sorry I worried you. What about you? Are you okay? Yes. I'm so happy to be reunited with you. Everyone was praying that we'd find you safe and sound. Mission accomplished. Gonna say that before things go potentially horribly wrong. Really? By the way, you seem a bit taller than when I last saw you. You think so? I'd like to catch up with you, but I don't think now is the right time. Oh, right. But why are you the only one who came back here? Did you go inside the suspendium? Yes, about that. A few minutes earlier, Macheni's floating carrier. You made it back. Okay, so we're getting to see what happened there. To be honest, I didn't expect everyone to survive. I'm amazed. So, what was in the suspendium? Wait. Before boarding Princess Macheni's floating carrier, Bomb, I don't think you should tell the princess that you trapped that beast inside you. I don't know. I kind of feel like Macheni's like not dumb enough to like believe whatever lie you come up with. We don't even know exactly what it is, and there's no telling what Princess Macheni might do if she hears about it. For now, let's keep it a secret. I think there was something in the suspendium, but we had to fight the enemies who were sucked into it with us, so there was a big explosion. I think whatever was in the suspendium was destroyed during the explosion. There's no way she's believing that. Is that so? So you didn't bring anything back? That's right, unfortunately. So why does he look so tense, incapable of lying by nature? Alright, I guess that's that. As promised, I'll let you use the warp fleet on this carrier to escape. But, before that, things don't look too good on the other side. Someone should probably go check it out. Although I'd recommend just running away while you can. Princess Misheni said she'll activate the warp device immediately if you take longer than 20 minutes. That's why I came... sorry. Ugh. That's why I came to see you, Master. I have to get over to my companions on the other side and tell them to get out of here right now. I see very well, but this battle's too tough for you. Get back. No, I want to help. What? I may not be as strong as you yet, but I can help. Plus, I have this mysterious power bursting within me. What he said there also reminds me of something I haven't been talking about the blog post recently, because like for the past month or so, there hasn't been a reliable translation of it. But recently I saw in one of Siyu's blog posts, he said something along the lines of, he was just talking about how certain characters' powers match up with each other. Like he specifically said, Jinsung could not beat Calavan or White, but he could quite easily beat enemies that Calavan or White might struggle with because their abilities sort of match up differently. So yeah, thought that was a neat thing to add up, or to add in here while Bam was talking about how strong Jinsung was. I want to fight. My companions are waiting on the other side. He's still as stubborn as ever, although I guess that's how he made it this far. Then, cover me from behind. You're their target, we can't let them get you. Okay. And I love Jinsung just looks like taller, older Bam. I love this. Even like his face isn't that wrinkled in this panel, so he just looks like tall Bam. Like from season 2, he's just like tall Hell Train Bam, you know what I mean? Because that's exactly the type of thing that he wore. Alright, okay. They're coming. Dobo. Got it. It's using the same trick again. Bam, these feathers create a darkness that completely hides the enemy. Watch out. And then in that case, I'll use Shinsu containing a Shinwan Ryu. Alright? I'll use Shinsu using Shinwan Ryu. Alright. And then he casts out a ton of bongs. The darkness is dissipating. What kind of Shinsu is this? He's irregularing it up. How does it feel to be on the defense now? Jinsung and Perditi's fight has been so good, and I don't even think Bam jumping in here ruins that. I think really, if Bam plays the assist to Jinsung, like Holan's been playing the Spear Bearer assist to Perditi, this could continue to just be such an incredibly good fight. How is he still so powerful? And he knocks Perditi back. Like, the attention to detail with where each character is, what each character is doing, why they're doing what they're doing, who's on the offensive or defensive, it's just been really deep. And like, so again, go watch Naya's recent video on fights and look at all the comments there. There's a lot of great comments on that video too, talking about fights in Season 3. But a lot of fights in Season 3 really have just been confusing beam fests, where we get a bunch of panels where it's just like, okay, another panel of Shinsu. You see in my reactions, I'm like, we've lost sense of direction. I don't know where this Shinsu is going. But this fight has been so detailed and so exact with what the characters are doing that I love it. Alright, now we see an orb forming here. Oh man, so good looking. And then Perdita getting pushed back. Hold on, get the irregular. And then Pikaya. We have another spear creature, I'm assuming. Oh? No, this one looks like it's wrapping around instead. Oh no. Viol. And then... Oh, this is interesting! Is he doing sort of like what Cobalt did when he pulled in Yama and Yasracha? Is he pulling Bam in with it? If so, that's really cool. I think he is. That's really cool. And Jinsung screaming out for him. That is cool. And now, Parapetoya. So cool. Devour him. Viol. And then he's probably going to be fine. Pull out the blue shield or something. Oh? It looks like it's actually crunching down, but he has his arm up. Yeah, he's blocking. Blue Thrissa, yes, finally, do it! Use the Thrissa. He pulls out the horn, transformation. And now we have the Leviathan coiled around his arm. Lethal move. Alright. Blue Dragon Claws. This fight is so good! And he ends up dealing damage to Holand's arm. Pulling back. And again we see the coiling from the Leviathan around them. Interesting. And Holand's running back again. If the Shinhei hadn't protected me at the last second, I wouldn't be standing here now. How can a regular be so strong? I didn't think he had Uruk Mazano's kind of power. When did he get so powerful? And again, Bama's like getting on that irregular pace now. Which, like, in some ways has been problematic, but in some ways I think if it's handled fine, then good. I think currently, right now, like, this fight has been solid. I have the power to command long extinct Shinwei, but it's my only talent, but a very powerful one. I've always excelled at everything in life. I only see both of his arms are hurt. Even while climbing the tower, becoming a ranker and earning prestige and respect within my family, I never encountered anyone with greater talent than me. The people ahead of me were like finished products that had already stopped growing. Aside from the family head, I never thought anyone was more talented than I am. This is a first. I finally found someone more talented than me, who's still growing. He's almost like a life form from another planet. I mean, he's an irregular, so he is, kind of. Don't slow down. We don't have much time left. If Lopobia's whole army gets here, we won't be able to fight them all. Keep moving. Yes, master. This running. And now we're cutting back. We have Yusracha's attack trying to go past Cobalt like before. Rivet. Okay. Trauma Ray. Okay, we saw these panels before. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. Trauma Ray is unfazed. Again, I think it's one of the funniest scenes in the entire series. In the entire series, one of the funniest scenes is like Yusracha going with this full beastification, giving this whole speech, saying he's going to take him down, look at the powers I learned from studying the Highbrider, and Trauma Ray just says, "You look weird," and sits down. Oh my god, it's the funniest scene. "You sure do look weird," and sits down. Oh man, it's hilarious. Oh, and is this something else coming in? It looks like a tentacle, like an octopus. We know he still has multiple other creatures because he has like 7 with him, right? And he's just batting away Yusracha. The Omega-eyed octopus. Yo, and it has horns too. Pretty cool looking. One of the 7 creatures among the 23 beasts controlled directly by Trauma Ray, the Arrogant Kraken. Okay, it's not as funny a name as Cobalt Poison Frog, who became a deity after eating 10,000 snakes. It's not as great a name as that, but the Arrogant Kraken is a pretty solid name. And we're still seeing another shot of Lefave actually looking up now, and Yuan Sun, who still has been pretty defiant here, all things considered. It's a kind of octopus. It has such a strong will of its own that only a few animas could control it in the past. I thought it was impossible to command an octopus that big. I've never seen this before. The suckers are stuck to me. I can't get away. Yusracha are really getting embarrassed out here. Oh? Is this going to be Yama saving him? This red. Oh? He slices through. Yama, I don't like either of you, but I can't let you die right now. I'll help you for now. Step aside, I don't need any help from you, Rugrats. What? I'm offering you help, you ungrateful bastard. It's because we can't win anyway. We couldn't win, even with 100 of us. That's why I said I don't need your help. Save your help for when it's needed. And of course, my prediction is I think Yusracha is going to die and Yama's going to get the third part of the third part of the Fang. And then he's going to be even stronger. I mean, not strong enough to handle Trauma Ray now, but, you know, stronger. Save your help for when it's needed. If there's no chance of winning anyway, why are you going to fight him? And then he pauses. Because seeing him pisses me off. It pisses me off so much that I feel like I'll lose my mind if I don't fight him. Then, we're on the same page. I will say something else I didn't mention. I guess I'll get to when I review all these May chapters at the end of the month. Another thing, I've talked so much about how I love the Yusracha and Wang Wang and Nen Nen story and everything. One thing I don't like about it that I will bring up because it just happened like last chapter. One thing that I don't like about it is that Yusracha killed all the canines after Wang Wang had a sacrifice and everything. Because then I'm like, Wang Wang made this sacrifice for the canines and they didn't really have a whole lot of choice in killing him and stuff. And by killing them, you're basically just spitting all over the sacrifice that Wang Wang just made. So that's the one thing that I'm like, I don't like that part of the story. Why'd see you have him do that? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up while it was, again, on my mind here. Then we're on the same page. I can't stand the side of you or him either. It makes me sick. That's why I'm gonna have to let off some steam now. Don't try to stop me. And he transforms. God, looks so cool. I love Yama. Recently I tweeted out, I guess I'll link it in the comments too. I recently tweeted out my top, you know what, I'll actually bring it up. I will bring it up at the end of this reaction. So hold on to the end of the reaction. I did because people brought it up after I did the top 100 characters by screen time, what my favorite characters were. I did my top 50 favorite characters. So you're going to get a bonus top 50 favorite character ranking at the end of this reaction. I'll bring it up at the end. Alright. Because I hate both of you. Cool shot again. Hey, don't do anything foolish. I'll do whatever the hell I want. Just shut your mouth. And he charges in. Meathead Yama, I love him. But yeah, what I was saying about Yama, he's like top 5 for me now. I love Yama. He's such a meathead, but I love him. He's so impatient. And then he's attacking the Kraken again. Again, cool shots this chapter. Alright, he blasts through it looks like. It's beam time. And then there's... what is this? There's a thingy. And it hits him. Move. Was that... what is that? Is that an attack from... it looks like some kind of spike or needle. Maybe it's coming from the... because like the... what is it? The Hairtail Fandor Harp. I always have to try to remember. It's been sort of like semi-visible in and out during this thing. So I'm wondering, maybe that's an attack from it, maybe it's something else. Yeah, it looks like some kind of needle or spike though. It could be one of the Kraken's horns, but it doesn't look like it with that color. Can't quite tell. Now we have a blast. Again, it's beam time from Yusracha. And then again, Yusracha and Trauma Ray's names are nothing alike, but I constantly mix up their names. Got Yama going on the offensive here again. Again, cool looking slash. Alright. Some weaving going in and out here. Moving up towards Trauma Ray himself. Even though, again, doesn't seem like it has a point. And what is this? Is this something new? Is this another beast, or is this Trauma Ray himself? What in the hell? And it's blasting Yusracha. And it blows a hole through the side of the Raven. The Raven has just been taking some hits during this fight. Yusracha. What in the hell? This thing is so cool. And this panel is massive. This thing is cool. I love it. Look at its face. And it has the same sort of green, so I wonder if that green thing in the eye is just a signifier that it's being controlled by Trauma Ray, maybe? Because it has the same eye that the Kraken has. That's so cool. What the hell is that? One of the 3 sea dragons among the 7 creatures controlled directly by Trauma Ray. So he controls 3 sea dragons, Cobalt, the Hairtail Fandor Harp, and yeah, the Kraken, Cobalt, the Harp, 3 dragons, and something else. Enraged Rapid. That's so cool. And he just does not care. Oh, hold on. I don't know how Yusracha is. I don't know if should I be sad? Is Yusracha dying? I don't know how his body works. How does your anatomy? To be continued. Well, that sure was something that happened. So the first half of this chapter, I actually think the Bomb and Jinsung versus Holan and Perditi fight continues to be great. Bomb jumped in, the fight was great before, continues to be great. Really great fight. Love that one. The fight here with Yusracha and Trauma Ray and Yama is less good from like a combat writing and choreography perspective, but it's like really, really fun as a showcase fight when it comes to showcasing powers and stuff. It's really cool as a spectacle. That's a word I usually use for those. And it's mostly like, it's not about the fight. Sorry, hiccup. The fight itself, as much as it's a really neat look at. Much as it's a really neat look at like the characters. It's a character-driven fight, not like an action-driven fight. And I think it's solid too. I really like the developments in the back half of that. The first half was so clean and so solid though. But I'm interested to see where this goes because, like I said, I think Yusracha's dying and Yama's getting the third part of the thing. I think Bomb is probably going to at least exchange words with Trauma Ray at some point. Maybe not even directly. Maybe Trauma Ray just yells from across the way, "Hey yo, Irregular, I got something to say." I don't know. I kind of feel like that's happening at some point. And then we're escaping. Don't know how many people are going to die during the escape. Don't know how many more people are going to die, period. But I kind of feel like we are at the escape portion, not the fight portion of the arc. Because, let's face it, we are not beating Trauma Ray. Or at least we shouldn't. I don't think Yama should beat Trauma Ray yet. I don't think Bomb should beat Trauma Ray probably at all, but certainly not yet. Doom is... I don't know if Doom survives or not. I kind of think he does now. I kind of think Yusracha is the one that's going to be getting the death to push Yama forward in his revenge for his parents plus Yusracha. I think that Jinsung could die. I don't think Jinsung needs to die though. Jinsung could. They could do a, if you read One Piece, you know who to Jinsung. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like the way the character works. They could do that to Jinsung, but I don't feel like it's necessary to kill Jinsung at this point, at least. So yeah, I feel like we're at the escape portion of the arc. We gotta just escape now, and that's it. But real quick, before I end the video, thanks for watching the reaction. Hope you had fun with that. Let's really quickly go over my what was it? My top 50 characters. Gonna bring that up real quick on the old Twitter. Alright, we got my top 50 favorite characters in Tower of God currently. This was just very quickly off the top of my head without much thought put in, so you'll have to take it at that. I just did it super quickly. Also, the edges are kind of cut off a little bit because because I'm recording this with my setup for Tower of God, and honestly, I don't feel like messing with it. That also means that the green stuff is see-through, so that's going to make a little bit of this look kind of weird. But yeah, my top 50 characters that I'm feeling right now. In my top 50, I've got Cha, Doom. Doom, who, if you remember my reactions, I started off not really liking Doom all that much, but he's grown on me. I like Doom now. Danwa, who I really like. I don't know. I'm just a sucker for regular characters. Characters who are the underdogs, who I like. I want to see do better and like get hype moments. I like characters that are the underdog like that. Suo, who I enjoy, and Fuchil, who I like. I don't know. I like Fuchil and Karaka both. I kind of want to see what they both look like under the armor. I like Fuchil. And one of the things that's kind of bumped up my opinion of Fuchil lately is when he sees, who was it? When he's running away from Dewan and Karaka, and he sees Cha and Sola, and he immediately just sees them, has the thought like, oh hey, that's the warrior from the wall or whatever, immediately busts out that X-scissor attack that he uses. Like, immediately just, like, completely on-sites him. He's just on-site with Cha, just goes for the X-scissor. Thought it was hilarious. Top 45, I got Yiwa in there, got LaFave, who I've really been liking, Jinsung, Sheliel, Ron, pretty sort of obvious ones. Top 40, again, fairly, popular characters, and Muntari. Muntari's not super popular, but I like him, and I feel like a lot of people liked Muntari. Yurik and Yuri, who I like both of them. Wangnan, who it's surprising to me that I put him so low, but there's some characters that like haven't done stuff in a while that I'm like, oh, they haven't done stuff in a while. I really, really want to see them do stuff. And then some characters where I'm like, I can't rate Wangnan highly because he hasn't done stuff in a while. I'm like, what has he done? So he's kind of lower than I would like. I wish he had done more in the story that would make me more excited for him. But like I'm excited to get into the like boss stuff and figure out what that's all about. But like, I don't know. I just feel like CU dropped the ball a little bit with Wangnan. I hope he gets the ball rolling again. And Lorray, who I've always liked a lot, but who has dropped down a bit because he hasn't done much, and we're juggling so many characters right now that if you're like, hey, do you want to see Lorray do something cool, or do you want to see Ari Bright Sharon do something cool, I'm going to be like, Ari Bright Sharon. We have so many characters now that as much as I love him, it's like I love all these other characters too. Top 35, Rachel and Calavan. You'll remember last time I made a favorite character video, I said that I love them both as villains. But like when you tell me who my favorite, like who's your favorite characters, if you ask me, they don't pop into my head immediately. I love Calavan in terms of like all of his fights have been good. He has delivered on some good fights. But as far as like, I mean, he's a Zahard weenie, you know what I mean? He's a Zahard weenie. And again, Rachel, kind of an awful person, but maybe not. We don't know. Maybe she has a good reason for doing the things she does. I like her as this, I almost want to put her higher because I like her so much as this chaotic force, and the more that like things go good for Bomb, the more that things go right for Bomb, the more that Beta and Workshop Battle is proven right, the more that I love the idea of just Rachel just screwing things up for him. I don't know. I like the chaos of it all. And seeing people get so mad when she screws everything up and Big Brains Coon like she's done multiple times. I really liked Daniel. Don't know if we'll ever see him again. Probably not. Evan Kell's cool. I love Albelda. Albelda I used to rank higher, but she hasn't done anything in a while, but I'd love to see more of her. Top 30, I've always liked Evan. I really like Horyang. I love Ari Bright Sharon and Jordan, even though they haven't gotten to do that much. I want to see so much more out of both of them. If CU could give both of them some screen time and development, I'd be a very happy person. And Karaka's also in my top 30. I really like Karaka. Like I said before, I really need to see him and Jinsung get their reunion and all that. When it comes to my top 25, a lot of people don't like Kelhelm, and I don't get it. I think Kelhelm is super cool. I love the archery. I think that he was having an easy time against both Yama and Evan Kell at the same time. He's one of the strongest characters we've seen, in my opinion, outside of irregulars. Like, I think he's really cool. I like him. I like his design. I really love Verdiche. Verdiche. I want to see so much more of her. I really like Beta. I love Death Lady. Please, please see you give me some more Death Lady. Kun AA might be a bit low for a lot of you, but I really like the character. It's just there are other characters I like even more. Always love Ledodo. I hope he gets to become a high ranker someday, maybe. Love Dak Raptor, always one of my favorites. Shibisu again, always one of my favorites. I absolutely love Jaja. I want to see more of her. I've always loved Dan. He's always been like my first favorite character video back in like 2016. I think Dan might have been like top 5 for me. I love Dan. Top 15, Andrasi is a character who I used to think was super, super overrated. Like, I didn't hate her or anything, but I thought she was extremely overrated. But then Hidden Floor happened, and that seems like a really late place for me to get on the Andrasi train, or the Andrasi train, the Andorthy train. It seems like a late place for me to get on the train, but around Hidden Floor, when she got all that development, I started really liking her. Boro, I love. I'm a huge fan of Boro. Bomb has absolutely a ton of problems as a character, but also a ton of things I absolutely love as a character, and even the problems are things that I think that CU can work on and fix. I've always loved Anak. Being an Anak fan is hard. It's rough. CU, please let Anak do something. Huge fan of Hatsu, always have been. Top 10, I adore Sachi. He didn't really do all that much, but an amazing design and unreasonable hype can get you somewhere. I love Elaine. Elaine has been baited to death. She was so cool as Kaiser, and then she joins Bomb's team, and what has she done? Like, I really want to see her be the badass that she was. Bust out all the Fenrir stuff, have the inventory going wild. I want to see her do cool stuff, but she just has not. Novik I've always loved. Misang, every time I reread Tower of God, it's like, I thought Misang was whatever. And then I reread and it's like, oh, I like her more. And then I reread and I'm like, oh, I love her. And I reread, I love her even more. And like every time I reread, I love Misang more. A lot of Bomb's teammates can be like really static and not really change or develop much. But Misang is like always developing and growing as a character. I really love her. Rack has always been one of my absolute favorites, still in the top 10, even though I feel like he doesn't get to do too much. He's in the background a lot. He did get to throw the ancient spear during the white fight recently, so I mean, hey, that's good. He had some funny stuff with Truge. Top 5, Waryun, I think ever since I started reading way back in 2011, has always been in my top 5. I don't think Waryun has ever left my top 5. She disappears randomly from the story, but she's always so cool and mysterious. I love her. Haku, top 5. I love Haku. I have an unreasonable love for this character. I love Haku so much. Yama has really grown on me so much. I mean, I loved him from the beginning, but he's grown on me even more since then. He's such a meathead, but I love him. And then my top 2, whenever I'm asked, hey, what's your favorite character of Tower of God? I'm always like, it's either White or Yuan Sung. I always say it's either one of those two. And then if you're like, no, you have to pick one, I always pick White. But yeah, White/Joaquin and Yuan Sung, my favorite characters. If you pressure me into it, I'm probably going to say that Joaquin is my favorite. But Yuan Sung's up there. It's just such a close race between the two of them for me. For my like number 1 favorite. But I also again, like I said, this was sort of off the top of my head really quickly. I had a really rough time ordering some of them, like Rack, Haku, and Waryun. I was like moving the 3 of them around so much where I was like, I don't know what order I want to put Rack, Haku, and Waryun in. But yeah, that was my general current top 50 characters. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for sticking through all of that. And then this had me just dying laughing on my last reread, going through Workshop Battle, and Beta was right all along. Congratulations, Viol. Now you have it all. Friends, strength, freedom, women, you are the best. Congratulations, you asshole. And like, it is so true to the fan base now. Oh, it's so funny. It's so good. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. Thanks for sticking around through a long one, through my reaction, which was long on its own because it was a really good, really fun chapter with a lot going on. And then on to my top 50 characters. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I can give you a link. If you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. I really love doing this one. The patrons, thank you to you all. You really help me to continue to make videos. Also, YouTube activated this thing that says thanks at the bottom, where apparently you can, it's like super chatting, but your comment is special. I don't know how it works, but you can do that if you want. Don't feel any pressure to. Again, I do this because I love Tower of God, but it does help me to continue to make monies, to make monies so that I can put those monies into videos, and continue to make videos. So yeah, I really need to get some better equipment. That's something I need to save up for. But yeah, thank you for everybody on Patreon. You really help me continue to do this, like SG, Evan Hawley, and Claudio Munoz. Huge thank you to all of you. Huge thank you to all of you for just watching. Again, never feel pressured to do any of that kind of stuff. Even if I'm not making anything on it, I'm still going to be trying. Like, I didn't make anything on YouTube for years, so it's like I'm still going to be trying my hardest to like do stuff no matter how little I make. But yeah, either way, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.